Imagine historians in the year 2100 looking back at our time, not at wars, not at presidents, but at something far stranger. A world where billions of people woke up every morning just to go to work. A world where survival depended on having a job. And they would call us something very specific. The last generation that worked for a living. For most of modern history, work defined human life. Factories in the industrial age, offices in the corporate era, gig work in the digital economy. Every generation believed one thing was permanent. Humans would always be needed to do the work, but quietly over the past decade, something fundamental began to change. Not machines replacing muscle, but intelligence replacing labor. The turning point. At first it looked harmless, AI writing emails, AI answering customer support, AI generating code, just productivity tools. Then something strange started happening. One employee could suddenly do the work of 10. One founder could build what once required 100 people, and entire departments began to shrink. Not because companies were failing, but because machines were becoming capable. The acceleration. The shift didn't happen all at once. It came in waves. First, creative work, design, writing, marketing, then technical work, programming, data analysis, engineering support, and eventually something far more destabilizing. Decision-making. AI systems didn't just follow instructions anymore, they began making strategic choices, faster than humans, across entire industries. The breaking point for centuries, the global economy was built on one assumption: human labor was necessary. But AI agents are changing that equation. A single entrepreneur can now operate what used to be an entire company. AI negotiates contracts. AI runs marketing. AI manages logistics. AI handles customer service. The number of people needed to run a business is collapsing, and with it, the idea that everyone must have a job. The consequence. This raises a strange question. What happens when intelligence becomes abundant, but human labor is no longer required? For the first time in history, the problem may not be unemployment. It may be irrelevance. An entire economic system built around work, suddenly without workers. And that is why historians may describe our moment in a very particular way, not as the beginning of artificial intelligence, but as the end of something far older, the era when humans needed jobs to survive, and the final generation that built their lives around work, us.